I can't stand you anymore!
Go away! Go away!
These protesters don't even know what they want. Come on, let's go scare them away. Alright team, we're not having any more of this. Let's go ahead and gear up, suit up, and let's get ready for this.
I'm ready for action.
Same here. Quirkoverts unite.
Let's do this, guys.
Alright, let's go.
Charge!
They're going for the protesters.
Let's move!
Keep them away!
Jarvis! Old Man Winter, sir. Our robo-army has been annihilated, and it's time for us to pack up and skedaddle. Okay, you evil David Bowie look-alike.
But I'm not old.
Yep. I and so many others have had enough of winter. And where I live, spring has come through the door kind of early, and I don't mind it. My favorite season would have to be fall, though. You might think that it would be spring for me because I'm recovering from the season of snow and ice, with the remaining 3/4 of the year to look forward to. But I guess it all depends on perspective, huh? I like fall the best because of the effect of winding down from the Virginia heat. And there's that fall foliage to look forward to, and that crisp air as well. And there's that phenomenon of Indian summer, as they call it, where there's a slight resurgence of warm weather after cold temps have already made an appearance. That's cool. I suppose that spring is a close second, with summer a couple feet away in third, all leaving winter in the dust.
We do not need any more snow! Stop it!
The term Quirkovert was something I used in the skit as a play on the term introvert, and that's what I describe myself to a nice extent. I took a personality test back in 2023 and scored the INFJ personality type, supposedly the rarest in the world. But there are questions on that personality spectrum thingy, and that's a whole nother subject. I could be social and outgoing, but let's just say that I have a siphonable social battery. When I'm exposed to too much stress, extroversion, and hyperactivity. Some thrive off of chaos. I thrive off of order. Though I will pursue the adventurous and flashy fun side of things, pretty much on my own terms or out of necessity. I think my dad was the same way. You would have been wise to not even bid him good morning until he had his first sip of coffee. My granddad, on mom's side, opted to try and go to Highland County, the site of the annual Maple Festival, to get some maple candy after the Maple Festival had already happened, and he couldn't find any. Even though he was a down-to-earth kind of guy and didn't know a stranger, as they say, he was not one for crowds. I've been to Buc-ee's a handful of times already, and it was the first time that I ever visited there where I felt like I was walking into several vortexes of people. But I find that the best time to go is going into the evening and night hours. People actually get on buses to visit that place. Now, go back to the beginning of this channel and you'll find the video where I review my first visit to Buc-ee's.
Actually, here's a video of my most recent visit. Another type of Buc-ee's beef jerky. Straight away I can smell the jalapeno smell. It most certainly tastes like pepper. There is no absence of taste. At the moment, detect minimal spiciness. It's just it's like a very faint zing of spice, which means it's not a set your mouth on fire temperature. said in the past that lemon pepper was my favorite, but right now this is surely a favorite. Yes, for sure. This annoying contraption out of the way. This doesn't overtake lemon pepper, in my opinion. Or does it? Could they be neck and neck? I really don't know, guys. This is really good. I'm trying to think back. I'm coming here since last summer. But then again, maybe the lemon pepper will have like a little bit too much flavor. This is just right. I'm calling it. I'm calling it. Jalapeno honey is my new favorite.
Now, as far as jobs go, being a morning person, even in general, that just might be an acquired skill for some of us. I think it might be for myself. I have experience in working physical labor at times, but I've mostly been at the register, be it in fast food or retail. Now, sometimes the public can get relentless, crazy, and even unreasonable. I know what it's like to be walking around with cleaning supplies in hand, and then somebody comes up to me asking, "Excuse me, are you busy?" I know what it's like to be told, "Fuck off," by an elderly man who was impatient after I had wished him a good day when he was leaving. I know it's like to see the scarcity of common sense and the prominence of what seems like our society age regressing back to kindergarten or first grade. Even if I were able to make a breakthrough in politics, I get why presidents look older than when they first started. I wouldn't fare in politics because, first of all, I'm not the prerequisite 35 years of age at the time of this video. Secondly, I wasn't born into money and I don't have all these lofty connections. And third, the idea of something purely grassroots overturning what's become this bread and circuses style choreographed political theater in favor of something that transparently and faithfully serves the people, not spoils them, out of accountability and into entitlement, but helps people and communities evolve into living out meaningful lives and purposes. That's a pipe dream, I get it.
I'm curious to know your platform, because I do detect millennial angst, yes, but also your regard to conservative, traditional, sensible values. Care to elaborate?
Well, I know that my vision may resemble a pipe dream, but somebody's got to at least take a stand for these values. If elected to the presidency as an independent candidate, I would do everything in my power to make redundant George Carlin's observation that it's called the American Dream because you have to be asleep to believe it. I would make the American Dream a reality and usher in an era of Pax Americana. To put my platform plainly to the point, Monroe, I would make things reasonably affordable, yes, but I will, where possible and within reason, take away excuses for people to subsist off of handouts and to not be the best possible selves as productive and upright members of society. The glory of the state is not in the power, flex, and might of any regime, but in the complex and good inclination and character of its constituents. But here's the overall plot twist, if you would. This idea is not to generate a larger pool of obedient consumers, obedient workers, and mere taxpayers, by the way. My desire is to undo the effects of the consumer mind virus in the hopes of getting people reacquainted and reconnected with nature and the laws thereof.
Making online content like this it's a fun pastime hobby of mine, and I enjoy it. It's a creative outlet. I'm not really trying to get super famous or anything like that. This is really just for fun. But for me to become famous, I would pretty much have to be somebody I'm not. For me to make it in music, like let's say country music for example, I would pretty much have to sound like everybody else that's on the radio. And I'm more of a rock guy anyway. I just want to throw that out there. I mean, I would have to sound like everybody else and have that same style of production and this and that and the other. Even if Hollywood wasn't impossible for me, even then I would not be allowed to be my authentic self. That's what I would feel. I'm happy to live on the more modest and laid back side of things, knowing that I am ultimately the one in control of my own destiny.
Well, we've been having some nice short sleeve weather, and I did see some leaves on trees when I was in town. Nothing substantial, but enough to catch the eye. This is going to be among the last pieces of content that I post before spring, if not the very last. Well, this video gave you an opportunity to get to know me a little bit better. Not to talk about politics too much. I'm a conservative. I'm what some might call a classical liberal. very first 2 videos I posted on the Quirky Reader YouTube channel. The first one was my initial reaction to Charlie Kirk's assassination. It was sad not to have happened, and the video was ugly. What I saw on X. Follow-up video touched on Charlie a little bit more and my personal beliefs and stuff like that. I wanted to hit the brakes and, just thinking that the beginning of my channel was too soon for me to dive into socio-political commentary. Politics is not the cause of every problem, but enough of them. Some areas in life where it does not seem that politics is a good solution for things. You know what? Sometimes money is a cancer as much as it is a cure. I'd like to see this country return to its traditional Western roots, but it looks like it's under attack. Big time. And the purpose of my orchard is to promote reasonableness, sensibility, common sense, goodwill. Yeah, to offer my worldview, my opinions, my tastes, as well as hold some room for entertainment value. I mean, come on, why do you think I like to do these skits? But yeah, guys, that's enough. Thank you for watching. Let's march into spring, hoping for all the best. See y'all later.
And also my desire to see the IRS abolished should give you a good idea where I stand on taxes anyway. Any tax, if there have to be taxes, should go to worthy and commendable efforts and not be burdensome to the taxpayer. On that note, I would do away with the concept of career politicians and ensure that our elected representatives are transparent, of good conduct and character, and are lacking of two faces, fingers crossed behind their backs, and ulterior motives. In so doing, I will make unjust gain a thing of the past, especially in regard to elitists and criminals, dismantle the deep state and its globalist agenda, and I will do away with corrupt bureaucracy having unjust influence to manipulate funds and policy. Just one way of doing that lies in ending the illegal immigration crisis for good. While America is a secular nation, it was nonetheless founded on Western and Christian principles, and I shall not allow this heritage to diminish one bit. That covers domestic policy, and I'm going to make foreign policy short, sweet, and simple. Trade with all, alliance with none, no world policing, no vassalizing oil-rich countries. Where this ties into domestic policy is that we should not bully the world into spoiling and pampering the American people to where honest, legitimate hard work and development gets substituted. In conclusion, my goal is to make America as close as possible to a classical, liberal, conservative, fundamentalist bastion monolith.